When I'm working, I'm more confident. When I don't have any work to do, I'm more fearful. Somehow, right from my very childhood, I had this confidence that I will make big. I never thought how I will become big, how I will achieve that. I was naive as a young kid. You are naive, but through my adolescence, through my early days of becoming a director, I always believed that I will make larger than life films, successful larger life than films. I don't know that I had that confidence all through my life. I mean, once I have an image in my mind, I'm not scared to pursue it to whatever length that I need to go to bring that image onto the screen. I fear everything else. The only thing that doesn't scare me is the hard work or the length of time that I need to put in to realize my dream. Apart from that, everything else scares me. I'm aware of everything. So my journey becomes even more complicated and becomes even more longer. But ultimately, I try to give the best picture possible for my audiences. So I like to make impossible things possible. Uh, Even as a child, I always liked two superheroes from different eras or different books, getting together. I think a lot. I exercise a lot. I work out a lot before I take up one subject. It is a subject that drives me. That subject requires me to go for a Hindi producer or a Hindi actor or a Hindi technician. I would approach them. It's not that I'm waiting for someone to come and ask me to do a film. I have no egos in that aspect. If my project requires something, I'll go to anyone, any person, any technician, any producer, and ask them to join hands with. If the characters are written so strongly, even if you go against the image, the audiences are not going to mind. And it is not that I want to break the image and do something different just for the sake of it. If the drama, if the content of my scene demands that their action or their performance or their character, whatever, has to go against the image to enhance the drama, I'll do it. Once the small thought comes in my mind, every other construction, every small brick by brick that I construct in storytelling, I'll be imagining my actor, his nuances, his abilities, and I'll be visualizing him in that role. And it is impossible for me to imagine anyone else and approach anyone else. Ultimately, how you feel about that story, whether we write it or not, it doesn't matter. I believe your characters can be black and white, your characters can be gray, but ultimately that is not what's going to enthrall the audience. That's not going to connect to the audience. No, what connects is the drama that you derive out of it. Sometimes the gray characters, you derive the drama out of it. Sometimes black and white characters. Sometimes two good characters. The conflict between the two good characters gives you more drama. Drama is more important rather than how the characters are. See, film uh, is a combination of art and commerce. But I am very clear in terms of now the art should lead the commerce. So it is always the art first, and for that particular artistic purpose, if I get a good commercial thing coming in, that's fine. But I won't change the art for the sake of the commerce. You create the story in your mind in a certain level, and not just the actor. When every technician comes in, they keep adding to your narrative. They keep adding to your vision. As a director, that's a constant. Director is a watchdog. He constantly needs to see that the contributions are helping the film. You can write the screenplay. Someone else can write the screenplay or the story for that matter. It doesn't matter. It is ultimately how, as a director, you visualize that particular story and screenplay and how you present it on the screen. That's what matters. I never thought of the emotion and the technology part as two separate entities. In fact, the visual effects or sound effects, the camera movements, the re-recording, all these technologies are there to enhance the emotion.
the story actually compels me to approach a star. I would like to work with a star who fits into my story perfectly.